So you're fighting Luke Barnett on Saturday. You've come off of your first UFC win, so how was that experience for you?
I mean, the UFC's great. Like I said, I've been fighting for a long time, so I mean, stepping foot in the UFC, it was more surreal. But once I made weight and then the fighter kicked in, it was just same old thing for me.
Now, of course, you're coming off that win over Costa, and a lot of fans want to see you face Robert Whittaker next. What's your thoughts on that?
Ain't happening. Ain't happening. I'll say no. Whittaker, he don't deserve it. I'm next in line. I defended my title shot. I'm the number one contender. It ain't happening.
Why do you think he doesn't deserve it?
He lost the bull pretty unanimously. I beat Izzy. I beat Dreykus. I got in Canada. It ain't happening. Ain't happening.
So you'd rather wait and sit out for the winner of Dreykus and Israel?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
And have you taken anything of your experience from your debut into preparations for this time? Obviously, you've got longer this time to prepare.
You know what I mean? I'm always in shape. I think I was in great shape for my last fight and in great shape for this fight, but I think I rushed a little bit too much the last fight. I was a little bit too aggressive, because, I mean, first time in the UFC and my nerves are going. So I think this fight will be a little bit slower, but more methodical, my shots will be more accurate, and you'll see more devastating punches.
We saw some footage of you sparring with a former K1 champion. What was the story behind that?
Oh, man, I'm on vacation. That man came to fight. No, I'm always down to go spar, and I'm on vacation. Keeps me sharp. So I get there, and the dude has a whole film crew going on. Yeah, he came to fight that day. I don't know if I did, but he did. But yeah, he was a solid dude, and he represented Japan very well.
Did he think you were going to go that hard in sparring?
It wasn't me. You just seen like a couple clips. That man was like trying to murder me, like the first round. No, it wasn't me. It was all him. But I wanted to go 10 rounds. He settled for I think 5 or 6. But yeah, he was a good dude, man. He represented Japan very well.
So what did you think about, obviously first hearing that you were going to be facing Luke? I think he picked out the fight, didn't he?
He did pick out the fight, yeah, no, he called me out. I mean, like I said, Luke Barnett, I've been telling people this for a while, he has a great tendency of picking guys that are 1-0 in the UFC or guys who've never fought in the UFC. And, if that's the way he wants to play it, great, but he picked the wrong guy. I normally like to take a little break between my fights, and I like to get fat, watch cartoons, play video games. But, I kind of got jumped into this one. And when they asked me, with Barnett, he's the perfect opponent. There's so many tough middleweights out there, and Barnett's definitely not one of the top middleweights in the UFC. So, call me out, dude. Let's do it.
Some other big fights that we've got coming up, Leon Edwards and Bilal Muhammad. What do you make of that one?
Oh, God. Bilal, you want to talk about that guy's a man. I don't really know much about him, dude. I just know he goes, every time I interact with the guy, I'm just like, hey, why you always talk shit, bro? Do you want to fight or not? And then he goes on Twitter and says, I want to fight Sean. Like, motherfucker, I just asked you if you wanted to scrap. There literally is a cage right there. We'll do it. And he goes on Twitter, Sean's a white trash. Like, nah, dude. So, I think Edwards is going to put that man out.
He did say to us in an interview that he thought you had some easy fights. What would you say to that?
Well, I mean, I've already beat 2 Ultimate Fighter guys. I'll add one more to the list, I fought who they gave me in my career. Pretty much everyone I've ever fought had a winning record, and I fought guys that are 13-1, How many 13-1 guys have you fought? I think he's better at talking shit than he is fighting, but whatever.
Your last 2 fights in the UFC have been in Australia and Canada. Do you think Paulo Costa can handle a Sean Strickland and a home crowd here in New Jersey?
Oh, man. I'm always ready to die for what I want, man. But I'll tell you what, dude, being in front of an American crowd with my people, man. We got to work on the gun laws here, you guys. We're kind of in a communist state. Let's go. Let's go. Love you guys. USA! USA! My people. But man, I'm ready, dude. I'm ready, dude. I always wear the American flag when I fight, and I can't wait to represent you guys. Let's get it done.
So he's a pretty tall guy. He did say, I think yesterday in the open workouts, you obviously went face to face, and I think you said something like, "Oh, you are pretty tall." How have you been preparing for that?
Yeah, I'm pretty tall. I was just fucking with the guy, but We know it's funny. One of my main training partners since I was 15 is 6'5", 230. And he makes Luke Barnett look like a little kid. So when I look at him, dude, it ain't no thing. He ain't big to me. He's little.
Earlier today, some company put out an AI face analyzer about the best-looking UFC fighter.
No, and it was me. Let's f***ing go.
It was not you.
Oh, well, f*** you, man.
You came fourth, though. You came
Oh, no
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
F*** man. Must be some ugly mother.
Yeah, Paulo came second, so he
Oh, who is number one?
Connor.
No, that little leprechaun, dude. That mother looks like he's putting his head under urinals, my man. Like, no way.
What kind of strengths do you think you have over him?
Luke Barnett's been getting by. He's not athletic. He doesn't hit hard. He gets by because he's long. I mean, when that's your only strength in the UFC, it's because you're long and people can't close the gap on you, you know. I'm more well-rounded. I'm a better kickboxer, I'm a better striker, I'm a better wrestler, I'm better on the ground, you know. I don't need to be genetically freakishly tall to succeed in this sport. I get by on skill.
And do you have a game plan going into the fight?
No, I take it. I play it by ear. I get in the cage, and you know, whatever comes. I don't. If he wants to keep it stand up, I'll keep it stand up. If he gives me a takedown, I'll take the takedown. I think I'm better than him in every aspect.
Oh, man. Tom Brady was a bro. What? He got mad. Don't talk about my wife like that. Listen, you signed up to be made fun of. You can't handle it. Don't do it. Me, I don't know if I can handle it. That might be. Hey, you shut the up. But yeah, nah, dude. He handled that like a woman, dude. You act like a girl and you pet goats and you post photos, dude. Like, man the up. No one thinks you're tough, Tom Brady. You're making fun of a comedian.
You're both undefeated, so is there any pressure kind of going into that, knowing that one person's going to leave with their first loss?
I would say one of us is undefeated. I think we've all seen Barnett get slept. You know, I haven't been slept yet. You know, knock on wood, and no pressure. I mean, If you're a fighter and your record determines the will you have to fight, you shouldn't be fighting. You know, I take every fight serious. I could be an 0-10 and I'll take this fight like it's, you know, my first fight, my last fight.
I'm proud of the motherfucker. You don't see me lose character often. This motherfucker got me there. No fucking A, goddamn, let's go. Let's go, dog. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Yeah. My man! Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys, though, real talk. Let's go, Savage.